Hello and welcome to another episode of Golden Heart Pirates at the Lounge. I am your Captain Waffle, and today we have a guest, Ben Turner here. He is an amazing artist. He created both of these amazing portraitures here, and he has a lot of other work as well. How are you doing today, Ben?
Doing all right, man.
Yeah?
Tired. It's been a long week.
You know what? Long weeks are good weeks, though.
They are. They are. Usually means that I'm busy. Busy is good.
So, can you tell me a little bit about the art that you brought here today?
Um, very different. These are just kind of two things that I had an idea one night and decided to put it down. This one started as a sketch at one of my jobs and then kind of got out of control working on it, like little by little each night.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, I was hanging out with a friend of mine who is obsessed with raccoons, and like randomly she just was like, "You should paint a punk rock raccoon."
All right, punk rock raccoon. That's pretty dope. Honestly, that one's turning out great, and this one's super wonderful. I really like the graffiti style that you do.
Thank you.
It's really well put together. It reminds me of, like, you know, when you're driving on a long road trip and you see the train cars that pass by, and you see like this super dope graffiti that's just bar none next level like artistic input. And that's kind of what your artwork reminds me of. Are those like some of my favorite trips that I've ever been on, because I always earmark those and try to count the train cars. So I've just seen loads and loads of like really well done graffiti that way, and seeing you put it on canvas, on wood, and a whole bunch of other artistic mediums, it's absolutely fantastic. What got you into art, though? What got you into creating paintings as a medium?
I guess ever since I could pick up a crayon or something to make a mark with, I've been doing it. I mean, I pissed off my parents plenty, and drew all over the walls, and
Of course.
you know, and just kind of kept going with it. I don't know. My brain just kind of doesn't shut down, so it's one way to get it to quiet.
And honestly, it's a really good way to do so, especially when you get into the intricate designs and details of the art that you're creating. But what inspires you as an artist? Like, what makes you want to continue to create? I know having the point of being able to quiet your mind and create that calm peace is a great point, but what else truly inspires you? Why do you do what you do?
Honestly, besides the whole brain thing, it's like, you know, you see plenty of like ugly, mean things in the world all day, every day. You know, there's media and news telling you that some bombing happened or some war is going on, or right now with all this crap, everybody's having a rough time, and you know, it's just a way to like escape or create something that's just like a little less ugly.
Mm-hmm. And it's always good to see beauty in the world, and it's especially good to be able to put some beauty in the world, especially with it being a dark and dismal place. But there's always a bright side, always a silver lining, only if you look for it, though. If you choose to see that beauty that's in the world, that's when you have the greatest opportunity for growth, for understanding, and to actually appreciate it. If you choose to see the negativity that's around, that's all you'll see.
Yeah, it's like you said with the trains, like on a road trip. You know, instead of staring at a blank cornfield, you know, it looks the same as the last cornfield you drove by.
Mhm.
Now you get a free art show.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's honestly a beautiful thing for it. Now, just as well, we're also going to have some links posted down below, so that way you can check out some other amazing artwork by this guy here. Absolutely a phenomenal artist. I do have a question for my phenomenal artist friend, though. If you could have a ring that gave you +1 to anything, what would it be?
Oh man, what's the trait that makes you less clumsy? Dexterity.
Yeah, dexterity?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, +1 to dexterity. All right.
Absolutely.
That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. I'm still sticking with +1 to all magic, because it would be dope to be able to cast Fireball. I mean, just,
You could Luke Hang everything.
Totally. It's Flame Fist.
There you go.
Send it. It'll be good. It'll be good. So how long have you been an artist for? I mean, I know you said since you picked up a crown, but like, how long have you actually been doing it professionally and creating artwork?
Well, I mean, professionally, that's kind of skeptic on that one. I mean, like I was a chef before this year for 11 years in the culinary industry. You know, all the way from dishwashing to being a head chef of a restaurant, and I loved it. It was a good outlet for art as well. You know, the whole culinary industry itself is just something that I think teaches people, like service-wise, it teaches people like, you know, a lot of things about life that other people wouldn't necessarily get. And I think everybody should experience that. But I just I realized I wasn't spending enough time with my kid. Like she was just had a brand new baby, and you know I was just at work all the time, and I felt like, you know, it was a kind of an unfair compromise to do that. And so I walked away from that in December of 2019. Started my own brand, Belong There Artistry,
All right.
But I mean, I think I sold my first painting. The first painting I ever was given money for. I think it was like $10.
Hey, $10 is $10 when you're starting out.
I think I was like 13, and I thought it was the dumbest shit in the world. I was like, "What kind of asshole's paying for this shit?" But some people think art's some like one painting to somebody is different than another.
That is true. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, 100%. I've talked to a few artists, and some have some pieces that are in their collection that they absolutely hate. They finished it, and they're like, all right, I don't love this. I'm not in love with this idea. But they have a friend come over, and they look at it, and they're like, this is gorgeous. This is one of the most beautiful pieces of art that I've ever seen. I want it.
It's like Katie's back porch.
It's just mind-blowing for an artist to have that experience. That is something that they truly hated, something that they didn't love that they had created.
Yeah.
But to see that there's somebody out there that'll genuinely appreciate it. And so that makes me think that even if there are aspects of yourself that you may not necessarily appreciate always, there's always somebody that will. So be it a friend, a family member, or otherwise, you never know. You never know what other people truly like, because you can't live in anybody else's mind other than your own, right?
It's pretty deep, man.
Valid and philosophical points every once in a while. It happens. It happens. But lately you've been doing an apprenticeship at a tattoo shop, right?
Yes. I did finally start. I've always wanted to tattoo ever since I was a kid. Lived the rock star dream. Well, when I realized that I couldn't play music and that I was, not paying bills, try something different.
Artist,
So
right?
I'm actually over at Anarchy Inc. Over on Hilton Street. With we got artists over there, Chris Flaherty. Oh my goodness, I have it all written down. I'm so sorry. I just started, and everyone's gonna kill me.
It's okay. It's okay.
Just so I don't pronounce
Hey, sometimes
anything
notes
wrong.
help.
I just want to pronounce anything wrong and get yelled at later.
You're good.
So yeah, it's Chris Flaherty is the owner, Timmy Morgan, Rosemary Summers, and Ernie. Sorry, Ernie, I don't know your last name yet, and neither does Rose, so you can yell at her too.
Whoops. That's
Yeah.
okay, though.
I've only been there like, I guess technically 1 week because I'm the asshole that went to Oregon the week after I got hired.
That's okay. I mean, it was a good trip, though, right?
Yeah, it was. I got to see family and got to paint. See a part of Oregon that I'd never seen before. See more marijuana than I've ever seen in my life in one place. That was insane.
Oh, I gotta love that Oregon legalized, right?
Man, dude,
Yeah.
as far as I could see, it was like a movie.
It's amazing, dude. I got to go visit Royal Flush Farms a little while ago, and they have everything like all on this one property, and it's all in rows, and there's just plants as far as the eye can see, and they've got another property that's got everything down towards like an old railroad like embankment where they had it cut into the earth where
What
the
city is
railroad
this?
tracks would go. Huh?
What city?
It was just outside Nissa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little closer than Bend, but honestly, it is an amazing experience to be able to go, and it smells so good. So good.
I would appreciate it more if I smoked marijuana. I
That's
smell
fair.
pot.
That's fair. That is entirely fair. All right, then I got another question for you, man. Sailing at the head of your vessel, pirate captain on the high seas, what is her name? If you had your own pirate ship, what would you name it?
The SS Squish of the Sea.
The SS Squish of the Sea?
Squish of the Sea.
The Squish of the Sea. All right.
Yeah.
What would your ship look like?
It would just be like the mermaid on the front would be like my daughter's face, and then like the captain's hole in the back, like the big fan, it'd just be like a wood carving of my ass.
You definitely might have the cheekiest ship on the seven seas.
No, I don't know. I honestly, like, to be, like, in all fairness, I would probably make it just, like, the most bougie, fucking outrageous, like, just, like, flashy ship ever that probably, like, just, like, sucked at everything else except looking that obnoxious.
All right. That was one of those form over function kind of ideas, right?
Yeah, like, I wouldn't have just, like, one color flag. Why not? Like, my sails would be, like a color pattern.
All right. Have, like, a nice gradient, just, like, solid send it.
Just do fucking, like, sacred geometry on each sail.
You know, that'd be pretty badass. That would be pretty badass. I would definitely come hang out on a ship with you for sure. For sure.
It'd be a fun sail, man. Fun sail.
So then, with your art and where you've been so far, haven't done it for a number of years, and where you're going, where do you want to see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I'd like to see myself stable enough with this whole venture that, my daughter's comfortable, we're comfortable, and, and being able to, you know, say that you've worked hard enough that if you and her, you and your kid decide, you know, one day you just want to fuck off from all responsibility and go do something, you can. You know, just I mean, the whole main goal was so that I could be a better father.
Huh. That's a very admirable goal, honestly, and that's why some of the artists that I've met, yourself included, are some of the most amazing people. They've got families, they've got friends, and so I always do my best to support them, and I highly recommend you guys do the same. If you have a friend that's an artist, buy one of their works, or if you'd like to buy one of this band's, like I said, we'll have some links here down below. That way you can take a look and take a gander. Support local artists for sure, and if anything, just appreciate it. Appreciate the art that you see. Share it with a friend. You don't have to buy it. It doesn't take anything but a little bit of energy to click share on a video, to click share on a painting, to be able to send it out a little bit further. And you never know what kind of karmic benefit that's going to reap for you, because you are, in a weird way, not even a weird way, in a good way, helping out the universe around you, just by showcasing the things that should be seen by others. And honestly, that's a big point behind this whole video cast that we're doing, is so that we have the ability to showcase talents like Ben here. Like some of the other amazing artists that we've had on our show so far, and hopefully to many more in the future.
Yeah, like you guys are like rounding out different like art things, like not just like painting or singing or things like that. Like you guys had a barber on here for it too, and I actually get my hair cut by him.
Yeah,
good.
Really good guy. Yeah. Really good guy.
Super good. And kids,
Yeah.
tattoos make you look cool. So get on Anarchy and get a tattoo.
But don't do it until you're 18 unless you have a permission slip signed by a parent. And I think
Yes.
then you only have to be 16.
Yes, we need.
Good luck. Good luck with that. You're going to have to make a really
Do it
good
right.
argument.
Do it right. Get good tattoos. Don't get crappy tattoos.
Yeah, get good tattoos. They are worth it. Don't ever pay less than you really should for a tattoo, because that is going to be on your body for the rest of your life. And yeah, there are tattoo removals, but those are more expensive than tattoos.
And more painful.
And much more painful. Had one tattoo, and it was actually not a bad experience.
Tattoo removal?
No, not a tattoo removal, just a tattoo. If I got a tattoo, I would never get it removed.
You only have one?
I only have one tattoo. I gotta get more.
You gotta get you in.
It's on the list, man.
All
It's
right.
on the list.
Done. 'Cause it's
All right.
decided.
Solid send. I'm stoked. All right, well, friends, pirates, and comrades, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Be sure to check out goldenheartpirateshop.com. Check out the t-shirts that we've got, and stay tuned for the next one. Till then, Captain Waffle, out.